Greetings, and thank you for tuning in to my weekly video message. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving and your holiday season is off to a joyous start. This week, Montgomery County hit a major milestone. We achieved over 80% of our population fully vaccinated. This is a very big deal. We're the first in the state, the region, and among very few jurisdictions throughout the nation to get this 80% fully vaccinated threshold. To put this in context, Howard County, who's done very well at vaccinating their residents, is second, and with 76% of their residents vaccinated. However, despite this wonderful success, we continue to see over 100 new COVID cases per day. We now have a higher case rate than our neighbors in Prince George's County, who did not lift their indoor mask mandate over the past month like we did. Prince George's announced they're keeping their indoor mask mandate in place till at least the end of January. I hope that our Board of Health makes a similar decision. We encourage everyone who enjoyed Thanksgiving gatherings to be prudent about getting tested to ensure that they are COVID-free. Testing sites continue to be available around the county. I want to thank the state for providing the county with thousands of rapid test kits. We're providing these kits to our minority health initiatives and community partners. We're also reaching out to the restaurant, food, and building trade industries to provide them for some of our frontline workers. Going into the upcoming holidays, and quite frankly, our path forward is going to be determined by how well we can vaccinate, test, contain, and mitigate this virus. We're also up to over 200,000 booster shots provided. Although this number is the most in the state, I would like to see more people getting their boosters, especially over the holidays. Everybody eligible who received their 2 doses of Moderna or Pfizer more than 6 months ago, or who received Johnson & Johnson 2 months ago, can get a booster. Boosters are available at pharmacies and through other private providers, and they're also available at county-operated clinics as well as our partner clinics. We continue to vaccinate our 5 to 11-year-olds. We're currently more than 1/3 of the way through this population. We're far ahead in the number of children vaccinated. If you need a vaccine, a booster, or a vaccine for your child, getting your shot is simple, easy, and it's available. Please go to govaxmoco.com to locate the nearest provider locations. Last week, we were made aware of a new Omicron variant. This variant has been found in 20 countries, and just this week was found in our country. This is similar to the trajectory of the Delta variant. Delta was first detected in India at the end of last year, was not named Delta until the end of May this year, and began really taking its toll on our country by midsummer. We hope that we can get through the holidays without experiencing what happened last summer, but we need to be very clear. Just as Delta was different than the original COVID virus, Omicron is not Delta. It is different. This mutational profile is different from other variants and has a large number of mutations, some of which experts have said are concerning. Preliminary evidence suggests an increased risk of reinfection with this variant. We should be thankful to the scientists in South Africa and Botswana for bringing this new strain to the world's attention as quickly as they did. They deserve the world's support. But there are some reasons for concern. The key is that we do not yet know enough to make a clear determination about the ramifications of the virus. Scientists expect that over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll know more about Omicron's emergence, and it should not cause panic, but it should cause us to review our current preparedness. I've directed a review of our personal protective equipment inventories in case there's another surge, and we will continue to share information about this variant as we receive more details. We are better prepared and to some degree less vulnerable than we were to earlier stages of corona. If vaccines retain some moderating effect on the severity of infections, it may not hit us as hard as many people are concerned about. I've been engaging with businesses large and small over the past months, and although many are still recovering, there's a lot of optimism and anticipation of better days ahead. As was announced a few weeks ago, 76 Montgomery County companies received record funding of over $18 billion in private investment during the first 3 quarters of this year, which is great news. For Small Business Saturday last weekend, I stopped by several small family-owned and minority and women-owned businesses. It was great to shop local, and I really enjoyed talking and listening to the owners and employees who have taken such pride in their stories. I also heard how tough the past 22 months have been for them. We want to encourage everyone to shop small and local throughout this holiday season. If any residents are shopping at a local store this season, we encourage them to share a picture or experience on your social media under the hashtag #KeepMoneyInMontgomery. Earlier this week, I was pleased to join Councilmember Evan Glass along with Delegate Wilkins, Delegate Charkoudian, and Delegate Moon to announce $231,000 in state funds that will be distributed as grants for businesses affected by the Purple Line construction. At this event, I talked to several of these small business owners that are being severely impacted by the construction. These grants will be of some help, but more is needed. We must keep fighting for more funding to assist businesses in this route. The Purple Line Construction Zone Grant Program, Maryland House Bill 114, could mean more support for small businesses through the Purple Line Construction Zone Grant Program. It was vetoed during the last session, but the veto could be overridden during the upcoming special session next week. Overriding that veto would mean $2 million more that would be made available to businesses in Montgomery County and Prince George's County over the next 2 years. This is important for many of our small minority-owned businesses who are not only facing the challenges of the pandemic, but also the disruption of the Purple Line construction now. I support the Maryland General Assembly's effort to override this veto, and I do hope it succeeds. This week, I also toured the new MARRIOTT corporate headquarters and the soon-to-be-opened hotel on the adjacent properties in downtown Bethesda. The 785,000 square foot office building will have more than 3,500 MARRIOTT employees, be LEED Gold certified, and have state-of-the-art technology throughout. MARRIOTT considered dozens of relocation options around Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, and chose to stay in Montgomery County due to the walkability, transit access, and the host of amenities in the Bethesda area. As I toured the building, I was impressed with the sustainable construction practices being used. For example, this new building will be heated with electricity, not natural gas. This is an important environmental step, and it's why electric heating of commercial buildings is part of our Building Energy Performance Standards legislation, which we sent to the Council last spring. It's an important part of our efforts to address climate change. We're hoping the Council will act on this legislation before the end of the year. This week, I attended a World AIDS Day Solidarity Breakfast that was part of our implementation of Montgomery County's plan to end HIV. It was a wonderful event. Our Health and Human Services Department also hosted a Reflection and Resilience Vigil and open house at Dennis Avenue Health Center in Silver Spring, with an outdoor candlelight vigil to honor and memorialize those who have passed away from complications of HIV/AIDS and COVID-19. Montgomery County is home to NIH and some incredible biotech companies that are working on cures and treatments for HIV/AIDS. And we are also an inclusionary and compassionate community that looks out for and tries to take care of everyone among us. We have a lot to celebrate in terms of progress made in combating HIV/AIDS over the past 40 years, but we still have many who are dealing with the physical, mental, and financial impacts of contracting this virus. This past Wednesday, December 1st, was Rosa Parks Day in Montgomery County, recognizing Rosa Parks' heroic refusal to give up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery, Alabama bus on Thursday, December 1st, 1955. This courageous act helped galvanize the civil rights movement and triggered the Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott that lasted 381 days. To mark the occasion in this historic anniversary, we have installed a placard on each of our county-operated buses that states, quote, "Dedicated to the memory of Rosa Parks. On December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks took a seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, and changed the course of American history," unquote. These placards will remain on every bus in a visible location to bus passengers throughout the month of December. It is regrettable to note that as we celebrate Rosa Parks Month, that there are states and politicians that want to limit and repeal the civil rights victories. It's a travesty that we have to refight these battles today. We need to restore this country back on a path of expanding civil rights, not regressing them. This week we also recognize Giving Tuesday, and I hope many of you use this day to give to their favorite charities and nonprofits. But supporting nonprofits is a year-round endeavor, and I encourage anyone with the means to become a sustaining donor, as well as volunteering your time and energy. I see and appreciate the work of our charitable nonprofit community every day, and I thank them for their hard work and our residents who support them. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great week.